Welcome to your Tuesday evening fun cast. Hello, ladies and gents. My name is Jason, also Seva, and Seva is spelled S-E-V as in Victor, A as in Apple or Alpha, both. S-E-V-A. That's Seva. Seva is my spiritually assigned name, and if you're interested in, a lot of people have asked, how do I get assigned a spiritual name? Well, the way that I did it uh, was from, oh goodness, I was going to tell you and now I can't remember. Um, it's from the 3HO Foundation. You make a donation to the 3HO Foundation, and oh gosh, Yogi Bhajan will assign you a spiritual name. Hey, what's up? There's my girl, Rebecca. Guys, this is one I'm very grateful to. Rebecca is my faithful assistant here. She is moderating, so if you don't hear it from my lips, and you see it from Rebecca's typing, then trust her typing every time because she knows what she's talking about. Okay, I'm glad to see you guys. I need glasses. I can't see. Yeah, there we go. Ooh, there you are, Eureka, Eureka. I love it. So anyway, guys, yeah, Yogi Bhajan with the 3HO Foundation. I think it's a $50 donation to their foundation, and Yogi Bhajan will do a little research into your astrology and who you are, and give and assign you and use his intuition, and he will assign you a spiritual name. My spiritual name is Seva Sundar. Seva Sundar, Sunder, and the last name, of course, Singh, Singh. But that you kind of that's for specific. What's the word? That's for specifically for that religion, the Sikh religion. So I just introduced myself as Seva Sundar, Seva Sundar, Sunder. If you don't know what it means, look it up. I will tell you, Seva means selfless devotion to the divine. And I do consider, although I get paid for what I do, I will tell you I give back a lot, and I think we all should. And I give secretly. Most times I try to give secretly. I can remember one time, and I'm kind of doing the opposite of what I should do because it's going to sound like I'm bragging, but I'm using this as an example for all of us because I think it's something we should do more of. I remember my twin soul had a account set up at one of those GoFundMe's for someone in his family that was going through something as a result of a natural disaster. And during that time, I made a small donation. And during that time, my twin soul and I were just involved in some unpleasantness online on social media. And the two of us were kind of being attacked for silly things that we shouldn't have been involved in anyway. But out of the goodness of his heart, he wanted to show people, something that I was a kind person and something kind that I did. So he, all over on social media, like on Twitter or something, he publicly was like wanting to thank me and telling everyone, Jason's a really good person. He did this for this relative of mine and blah, blah, blah. And I remember feeling so grateful that he did that. But I said, you know what? I would like you to take that down because I was taught that part of the giving like that is that you do it secretly. So again, like I said, I'm kind of going against that by telling you, but the reason I tell you is it's so beautiful when we can do things anonymously. And he did, he took it down, and I was so grateful that he not only took it down, but that his heart was in such a right place to sort of try to build me up to people. But I'll tell you, when I look, for those of you who have been so kind to donate to Sri Lanka, to the foundation in Sri Lanka that I'm involved with, that I can't wait to be more a part of when I get down there. So many of you donated and listed your name as anonymous so that you couldn't be publicly acknowledged or thanked. And I tell you, I think that's so beautiful when people do that. It shows we're not looking for any reward socially, right? And, it's very scriptural. I remember in the New Testament in Scripture, it says, when you give, do it in secret, because when you give and people who give publicly and are thanked publicly, they already have their reward. That's their reward. But people who give secretly, and the only person who sees it is source, their higher power, they will receive a different kind of reward, one that is more beautiful and more in secret. That's why everything I try to do, and I suggest you do the same, especially if it's like things for someone you really love, like for your twin soul and the people that are so important to you, do them secretly, especially if you feel like you have to make up for things. I know I did a lot of things out of my own insecurity and just those parts of ourselves that we all have. We all have those parts of ourselves that are small. And out of insecurity and my own smallness and drugs, because drugs changes you and turns you into a whole different person than you want to be. Some of my behavior in regard to my twin soul was very childish. And the best way to make up for that kind of stuff, especially if you're in separation and no communication, is between you and the higher power. And don't even tell your twin soul. Just do certain things to really lift them up and that will really help them in the real world should they come into that certain situations. But they don't need to know it was you that did it. Just let them think, wow, I've gotten a really good break in life. Or wow, that, like if they're an actor, wow, that who gave me this good reference to this casting director, you know, things like that. That's the most beautiful thing you could do rather than, you know what they say. What's the best apology, guys? Changed behavior. And that goes not just for your interpersonal relationships. Every relationship, work relationship, family, everything. Everything. So that's my little nickel and dime piece of advice for you guys tonight. God, now these glasses look way too cray-cray. We have a little list going. Yes, we do. Totally agree. Totally agree. We have a list going tonight. Yes, we do. We have a list. Oh, we have a list. Guys, sorry, I'm feeling silly. I'm happy. I'm happy because it's a choice. Happiness really is a choice. Don't be looking all cray-cray. Okay, Rebecca says don't be looking cray-cray, so we shan't. We shall not. Here's the list, and I'm sticking to it. Ready? You glad to see me jovial? Hey, it's a choice. So we got Julene, Melinda, Honey Bunny Jane, Valerie, Nora, Rebecca, and Erica. And I want to say, Nora, I am so sorry. I know you still have your free reading coming, and I'm so sorry for the wait. Listen, I've got people who have purchased readings that they've been waiting on forever too. So it's not just you. And again, I'm really sorry for the wait, Nora. Please continue to be patient. For everyone who's been patient with me, from really the bottom of my heart, I want to thank you. You know that I'm dealing with a lot. Emotionally, really emotionally. I mean, I can't tell you. It's been a hard little period of time, but also this week has been tough for me. It's been a struggle because there have been a lot of dates this week, markers that can either make you feel really good or really bad, depending on where you're at in life. And for me, a lot of them made me feel kind of bad because I couldn't celebrate them and do the things that I want to do. I'm a Leo Venus. My Venus is in Leo. So in relationships, I like to go big. I'm a big, like, when I love someone, I want to buy them flowers and jewelry and really go over the top with it. I mean, flowers is like the bare minimum I want to do. Like when you're not even in great terms with somebody, at least I want to send flowers. So, Leos are very expressive. They want to express in big ways. And so anyway, there's a lot of things. This week would have been my grandparents' 66th wedding anniversary, which is very special. And so there are a lot of dates that fall on that day as well that are similar, that are very special as well. I am doing good. But that's what I was going to say is it's been tough, but at the same time, I choose to take those emotions and flip them. Look at the bright side. Find the sort of silver lining. And guys, I want to tell you, there's always silver lining. It may not always be easy to find, but there really is. Always, without fail, there's silver lining. Sometimes you gotta really dig deep and look hard for it. But if you sincerely search for it, I guarantee you'll find it, guys. I really guarantee you're gonna find it. So look hard, be patient. Be patient with you, be patient with the others in your life, and look hard. Go deep, dig deep, and you'll find the silver lining. In fact, it may even be gold. It may even be gold. And that you can quote me on. All right, so what we're going to do is we're using the Millennium Thoth deck. The big key is life and be happy. The big key is life and be happy. I don't get that one, Nicole. Yes, be happy. Choose to be happy. Make new friends, but keep the old. One is silver and the other gold. All right, so let me tell you guys about this tarot deck, the Millennium Thoth or Thoth deck. Live and be happy? Well, sounds good to me. The Millennium Thoth deck is a beautiful deck. It is traditional tarot. It's a little, the visual aids in the Millennium Thoth are definitely a little bit alternative compared to most traditional tarots. Beautiful deck though. And if you use it properly, it has the potential to really give you some very deep and very, I think, very life affirming, love affirming messages. So that's cool. How's everybody doing tonight? Is everybody doing okay? Feeling good? Feeling positive about life? Yes, Shannon, the list is still open. It's a little bit of a heavy list. I think I've got like 8, 9 on here, but it's open. So Melinda is so happy. I so love hearing that. I really do, Melinda. I love hearing that. I love it. Guys, unless you're on the verge of death or someone you love is, it can't be that bad, because I'll tell you what, we can find out. Like, I could go to the doctor tomorrow and find out I'm about to die. That I really think we should all live our lives with that assumption in mind. If there's somebody you really love, and I'm not talking about romantic love, just someone you love, someone that in your heart is very special to you, unless they tell you, don't contact me, stay out of my life, you better make sure and contact them and tell them, hey, I do love you. Like I said, unless they literally tell you not to be in their life, not to contact them, then you need to let them know, because guys, life is short and we can find out tomorrow that we're not going to make it much longer. Shoot, with all the way things are going in the world, politically, the disasters with love, like medical type stuff, COVID and all that, we need to be making sure we don't leave anything on the table left unsaid with our loved ones right now. Yeah, so Julene, Melinda, and Honey Bunny Jane, if you want to get your questions ready, I'm going to start with the Animal Spirit Oracle for each of you, and then I'll do a tarot. So these are going to be mini reads, but they're going to be kind of in-depth. Thanks, Julene. I'll be fine. It always turns around. What happened? What happened? What happened? A little anxious, but trying to be joyful. Thanks for the joy. Yes, we got to stay joyful, guys, for one another, right? It is up and down energy, and I feel it too, and I feel it in my own life, right? But we're so lucky, guys. How lucky are we to be here right now together? A group of people who, I don't know about you, but I don't have everything I want. I don't have everyone I want in my life right now, not by a long shot. But we're awake, guys. Me, you, Rebecca, we are people who are awake. And when I say awake, I mean we know what we want in this life. I know beyond a shadow of a doubt who I want in my life, what I want from them, what I'm willing to settle for, because I'm always willing to settle for certain things with people that I love. And I'm not talking about settling in the sense that you're like not getting what you want. I mean settling in the sense that you would be so grateful just to have certain things work out well. But when you know what you want and you're woke, you've got such a step ahead, or like a head start on most of the world. Most people don't even have a clue what they want in their lives. They just are like wandering around in circles, blindfolded like this, going, they really don't. So the fact that you know what you want, you know who you want in your life, and you know who you want to be in your life, boy, that's a great head start, guys. That's a great head start. It really is. It may not always feel like it, but it really is, guys. Triple fire sign, I paid for a reading. Yes, Trips. What's your name, triple fire sign? I always forget the names that are behind some of these other names. When you say it, I'll remember. What's your name? First name? Nicole says, I always love my ex-partner. He's an Aries, but we are not talking no more. We got kids with each other. I got the kids with me, and he has no talk to the kids. Oh, that's too bad, Nicole. Right. Firuza, yeah. Thank you, Trips. I'm just going to put Trips fire sign. Okay. Alrighty then. All right, so Julene says, I agree. Yes, Rebecca. The glass is half full. The glass is half full. Yeah, I noticed you really liked the Aries reading. It's funny. Somebody else said, wow, this feels like a personal reading. And what you said, Julene, I was like, God, I don't even remember things like that when I'm doing the reading, because I know your situation. It should have jumped out to me too, how that was, you know, could have been from your perspective very spot on. And I was glad you reminded me. Yeah, I think so too, Julene. I really think so too. I know I shouldn't be, but I am anxious somewhat. Well, if you're anxious, you're anxious. You know what I mean? That's natural. But yeah, it's not going to serve you. It's not going to do you any good to be anxious, right? So remember that. Jennifer Farley, like JWoww from JWoww from Jersey Shore. I think her name is Jenny Farley. JWoww. Is that you, JWoww? Because I know you love my readings. No, I'm just kidding. She probably would, though. No, I'm just kidding. Just playing, just playing. Okay. So, Julene, let me make sure I've got your Castillans. Well, I didn't see. What was your question, though, Julene? Beth says, I'm pretty sure I just told the love of my life that I needed to step back for some self-love right now. So there's that. Well, you got to do what you got to do, right? Okay, Julene. Start visualizing what it's going to feel, how good it's going to feel, and what it's going to feel like when your family reunites and comes back together. Nicole, start visualizing that and imagining it. Literally, like, start walking yourself through how good and how complete and beautiful it's going to feel. Okay. Show me the near future energy from the perspective of the Animal Spirit Oracle for Julene. Wow. Okay. Pig Spirit. Time to let go, but in reverse. That's interesting. And then you've got Peacock Spirit, let it shine, and Dolphin Spirit. This and that are true. Wow. Okay. So here's what's interesting, Julene. Look at this. You've got, okay, so crazy. Well, but look. Yes, pig again, but look. You got the Pig Spirit coming out in reverse, right? Card 47. Card 47. And then that's going to be an 11. Pig Spirit is all about using your mind. The pigs are one of the most intelligent animals, especially like if you think of a farm and all the animals on the farm, pigs are like little squealy pigs are one of the most intelligent animals out there. And that's sort of why what I was going to say, you've got the Dolphin Spirit, which what does the Dolphin Spirit say here? This and that are true. So let's stop right there. The Dolphin Spirit is saying this and that are both true. So it's not either or for you right now. It's both and. Think of this. It's both and. It's not either or. So Julene, what that's saying here with the Pig Spirit is, yeah, it's here. Use your mind wisely. Use your mental energy. But then what? Also, stop overthinking. Stop worrying about it. Stop letting this be the thing. Because there's both that are true, which is you do have a lot of emotion and energy invested and at stake here, but you also have to let go. You have got to let go of this, because as you let go, that's what's freeing up all this. There's so much energy that's all, it's like crumpled up together. It's like when you're kneading a dough, right? If you're kneading a dough and you're mashing and mashing and kneading, that dough, that's what it takes, but it also takes knowing when. Anyone who's a baker or a pastry chef, they know, or even someone who bakes bread, they know that when they're mashing and kneading dough, or using a mixer to mix up cake batter even. Whatever you're making in that kitchen, any good chef knows there's a limit. There's a point between doing that mixing, and then there's a point where the mixing goes too far and it ruins the batter, makes the batter too heavy, too thick, too whatever. This is both and, it's not either or. So this is telling you finding that middle lane is the key to your success in this relationship. Can you find that middle lane, Julene, and know where you haven't gone too far? Like you're not putting your foot on the gas all the way down to pedal to the metal, but you're not slowing down so much either that you miss your opportunity. You've got to find the sweet spot right here for you and him. You have to find the sweet spot. And it's not really a hard challenge because guess what? Hello, you're awakened, right? You're awakened. You've got that energy on your side. You've got your guides on your side. You've got the whole spiritual team working overtime to get you what you deserve. What do you deserve? Happiness. Let it shine. You've got this peacock spirit here on your side. 46, that's a 10 and a 1. What's a 10 and a 1? It's the ending of the old, the beginning of the new, and it's time to let it happen. So it does require you to let go, but only let go of the things that weren't serving you, because you need to hold on to the things that are going to get you to the next step. And remember, this and that are true. You got the big dolphin here, card number 20. That's a 2. What does it break down to? I always break the numbers down. 20 is what? It's a 2. It's a 2. What is a 2? What is the number 2 about? Think about what the number 2 is about, guys. It's about partnership. 2. It's about choosing. You've got choices to make. It's about healing. Yes, healing, but also growth. The dolphin and the lotus. Two beautiful. Everything here has its own specific place, and it also has a place in your journey and how it helps you to grow into what you're trying to do. I mean, come on, this is so, yeah, taking the next step. And this is so beautiful here. The peacock, the lotus, the dolphin, all of these animals and plant animal, they're all different types of medicine that are leading you to the same thing. Beautiful. Feels so good. So you've really got a 1 and a 2, right? Because 64 is a 10, which is a 1. A 10 breaks down to a 1, and a 20 breaks down to a 2. So you're going from this to this. I really like this. Air. And although this is water, it's also air because he's jumping up out of the water into the air. So it's a really interesting combination here. The peacock, too, what's so beautiful is even though that's the air energy because it is a bird, it's so much water because look at that heart there. And the light shining from that heart space. That's really beautiful. A lot of 20 Soli energy there too. God, I really love this. This and that are true, and then you've got time to let go, the groundhog spirit. So what are you trying to let go of with the what? The 31, which is a 4. What do you need to let go of to go from a 2 to a 4, to make a little bit of a leap in this? Julene, you need to let go. You need to let go of the repeat. You guys have been repeating a cycle. Groundhog's Day. Think of Groundhog's Day. What have you guys been repeating that's got you stuck and you're not and isn't serving you? There's something here that you're stuck in, both of you. It's not just him and it's not just you. I mean, you're permitting it to happen. There's a real stuck energy here, and it feels to me, just getting a feel from these cards, it feels to me like you have given permission for something to just kind of play on repeat, like a broken record. You're not trusting something. There's that great mystery that you're supposed to trust in. You're not trusting in it. See how the groundhog is nibbling on that heart? The groundhog is trying to put on this sort of headdress, right? It's just got a few pieces of it right now, but it's trying to put on that Native American headdress and start to repeat a cycle that never served you and never served him either. I don't know what's sort of causing this feeling of, it's a lack of trust in what you can do, right? Like what you're both capable of. Paid. Okay, one sec. I will get it. I will check that in just a second, Shay. I'm not doing super chats tonight. Let me see where we're at. I would normally say okay to super chats and to Facebook for international people, but I kind of need to see where we're at as far as time. Okay, so hold.